Congratulations, Finkley, for your win as the South Carolina Black Pages 20 Under 40.
And just want to say I love you and I appreciate everything you do.
Superstars in the making.
We have Grammy Nominated and American Idol alumnus Chip Days with us.
So, and I ended up being blessed because when it was time to go in, they gave everybody armbands.
And as he discusses his brand new album, Christmas With You. And we also have Kenyatta Gimmage with us.
Media, so it was a surreal moment for us growing up in my household, when Oprah was on TV.
All coming up next on The Michael Finkley Show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. I'm Michael Finkley. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. Halfway through the week, I promise you we're going to get there. Trust me, we're going to get there. Friday is among us, I promise you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Michael Finkley Show, and ring that bell for notification, and we'll send you an email saying, hey, new content is uploaded. Thank you so much to our viewers and subscribers, our future viewers, our future subscribers. You are watching The Michael Finkley Show, where we're here to inform, educate, and inspire you. We'll bring you shows that you need to hear, that you want to hear as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of our veterans out there that have served us very, very, very well within various branches of the military. Thank you so much for your service. And the persons that are still serving with us, we salute you on today. Thank you so very much. Big shout outs to my little brother, Marcus, my father, Jerry, and my stepfather, Isaac. All persons who have served, my brother's still serving actually. Thank you so much for your service and we really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On today's show, so we are highlighting superstars in the making. Now it takes, it's a daily thing. This is a daily process in becoming a superstar in your own right, and it looks different for everyone. And so we have two guests today. We have Chip Days with us. Now you may remember him from American Idol and also to his appearance on Half and Half. He's a Grammy Award nominee, and I tell you, singer, writer, the boy's on it, but he has some things going on that he's going to talk about with us today. And then also as well, Kenyatta Gimmage is with us today as well. And I tell you, he has some amazing things going on in his local community, and he's just doing it up. We're so proud of both of them. So they're going to tell their stories. Watch this. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Next, we are chatting with Chip Days. We'll be right back. On the next Michael Finkley, Friday, we have film writer Stacey Davis with us as we talk about her brand new movie, Christmas in Carolina. And we also have Mike Williams with us as he talks about his phenomenal business, Breakthrough Kings. Don't you dare miss the next Michael Finkley.
Looking for a mentoring program for your young male between the age of 6 and 18 in Columbia, South Carolina? Well, look no further. Big Homie, Little Homie Mentoring Program is the program for you.
Under the leadership of Mr. Jamal Stroud, Big Homie, Little Homie is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that caters and mentors at-risk youth that come from single-parent homes. The organization caters to young males between the ages of 6 and 18 within the greater Columbia area. The organization is devoted to shaping and molding their life into great men of society. Big Homie, Little Homie organizes male gatherings, discussions, and even educational assistance devoted to guiding and leading them into a positive light. Making a positive attitude will help in transforming their life regardless of what is experienced in life. For more information on Big Homie, Little Homie Mentoring Program, visit our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, this next guest, he does not truly need an introduction because you already know who he is. two-time Grammy nominated singer and writer and American Idol alumnus, Mr. Chip Days. Chip.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. That was quite an introduction.
It's all true.
Oh
It's
man.
all true. How are
Wow.
you, Chip?
Wow. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Taking it a day at a time. Ready for COVID to
Uh,
be done. Yeah. Ready to get back performing.
Definitely, definitely. We want to see you perform. So, Chip, when did you know that, hey, I can sing?
um, to be honest, I grew up in the church, Jerusalem Baptist Church in Hartsville, South Carolina.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Um,
He's also my South Carolina homeboy. Just want to tell y'all that too. My what? My cousin.
yeah, we're like cousins, family. Uh, it so growing up in the church, it's a no brainer. You own the choir, you own the youth choir,
Hmm.
um, and just having that background, we always sang. And I used to listen to the radio and hear different runs and riffs, and I was,
Hmm.
hey, I think I can do this. So I think that was really the start of me. I would say believing in myself
Yeah,
that the possibility that I could do it.
yeah.
Because I would say at that point it was like a dream, and I was like, wow, I could really step out to make this a reality.
Right, right, definitely. And being from South Carolina and growing up in a rural area, Hartsville, and just seeing that potential in yourself, saying, I can be that person. Who are some of your influences during that time to kind of feed on that for you?
Oh well, it was R&B. It was R&B. It was gospel.
Mm.
Of course, my parents first.
Yeah.
My parents, because they performed and sang at weddings a lot. So
Mhm.
I used to sit and watch them rehearse. So I would say first and foremost, my parents.
Yeah.
Um, then I would say like Joe, Brian McKnight. Uh, I used to like different things about, I would pull some of the things that I like from different performers. Stevie Wonder. I always like Whitney Houston, and
Nippy.
it,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, to me, she's still like probably the best singer ever to me.
Yeah. No
And it was just
question.
something magical about her voice
Yeah, definitely.
and presence. So,
Hmm.
at that point, eh, I wouldn't say mimicking, but I would sing a lot of the songs that I heard on the radio.
Hmm.
And just to kind of, for reassurance, I would go sing for girls, to be honest. And it would be, okay, yeah, this is good. Or, oh, I really like this one. And it kind of let me know where I was.
Yeah.
So it was, at that point, it was like, oh, okay, I know where I am. So now I can continue to move forward. And that took me into writing.
Yeah.
Because I used to write poems and but I didn't know song format or really how to write. So I kind of went from singing to writing poems
Mhm.
and to writing songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and it's helped you tremendously along the years. So fast forward, you leave Hartsville and you move to the big city of Atlanta, and you heard about these auditions with American Idol. How did that come about?
Oh man. Wow. And it seems like now, like it was so long ago, but it's at first I didn't want to go. Let
Mhm.
me say and sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Those
Yeah.
things that you like, I don't know about this. That's a lot of times something that's good for you.
Hmm.
Um, and now more than ever, those things that I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should do it. I do them now, because of those experiences.
Hmm.
So at first I didn't want to go, and I was kind of like, what is this? Because I seen it was like the tail end of the very first one,
Hmm.
and so at that point you were literally outside. So we ended up staying outside for it was what a day, I'd say 2 days. something like that.
What?
No, it was because that to me was like the real first one. So it was like a line wrapped around Centennial Park,
Hmm.
and it was like literally sleeping in line. There was people with sleeping bags, tent. Uh, so it shows
That's
how bad
crazy.
people wanted it,
Yeah.
and it makes you think, well, do I want this thing? Like
Yeah.
it really it really challenges you
Hmm.
to if it's something that you want to do or you serious about. Um, so and I ended up being blessed because when it was time to go in, they gave everybody armbands,
Hmm.
and I think the first 500 people had to go in that morning.
Hmm.
So anybody who's saying knows, okay, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You want to at least warm up some.
Yeah.
So I was in like the that third group, so I was able to leave and come back.
Hmm.
So that really helped me. And I had my song I was gonna sing, "Ribbon
Hmm.
in the Sky." So I was comfortable with that song, and yeah, and I would say the just seeing all the talent, it was like wow, because you
Amazing.
really didn't know. You really didn't know. It was some of the most amazing singers. It was like yeah, it was scary in a sense. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was. Especially when you think competition and you looking at other people, it's like,
Hmm.
wow, like,
Hmm.
am I wasting my time right now?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
because
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
it was some amazing singers, and you didn't know what they were looking for, to be
Yeah.
honest. So, um, that was kind of going into it. That's where my headspace was.
Yeah.
And making it through uh, the auditions, it was kind of reassuring. And I was like, okay,
But
finally.
but you made it through the auditions. At the end of the season, you came in fifth.
It was actually I ended up going to a wild card round with Clay Aiken,
Hmm.
because it was like so roughly it was making it to, I think they did the top 10 that year. It was like making the 12.
Gotcha.
Um, and when you look back on it, it was a lot of people. It was a
Yeah,
lot of people.
a lot. But you
Yeah.
were up there. You were up there. And again, that's a season with Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken. I watched it
Hmm.
like it was like nothing else on television. I loved those first few seasons of American Idol, and you all made it worth our while. So after Idol, you began to do some amazing things, collaborations, your first debut on television. You did it all, and even grabbing a nomination for the Grammys. Talk about that.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Well, going back into songwriting, it really kind of took a life of its own. I started writing songs for myself, and that grew into writing songs for other people.
Hmm.
And I was working with different artists like Keith Sweat, B5, and Charlie Wilson. And the Charlie Wilson song "You Are,"
Yeah.
it ended up being a number one record, and man, that was a huge blessing. That's like to this day my biggest song still.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. So
Amazing.
like I was able to go to the Grammys, have that experience, and I was able to take my mom with me. So that was awesome.
Hmm.
That was awesome.
Hmm. What about the time where you actually wrote the song "Struggle No More"?
Ooh, you did your research. Uh,
And that
yeah,
ended
that
up
was
on a soundtrack of a movie. Talk about that.
yes. It was for it was the title track for Tyler Perry's "Daddy Little Girl."
Hmm.
And yeah, that was a whole another awesome experience.
Yeah.
Um, to get that song placed, and just knowing that it was going to be on the soundtrack and in the movie,
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was
Yeah.
blown away. And Anthony Hamilton ended up singing the song.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's wow. To this day, it's kind of like looking back at it, like, man, is it real? You know.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. And
So,
it's, I tell you this, being from South Carolina and not persons talking about you can being fulfilling your dreams in this right, you are an inspiration to myself. You know, so
wow.
I see the
Thank you.
blessings that God has created for you. I'm like, well, if he did it for him, he can do it for me as well. So thank you for being
Definitely.
that inspiration. I definitely
Wow.
appreciate you.
Thank you. That means a lot. That means a
Yes,
lot.
sir. That
Because
comes from here.
because really I, I would say that's really the most rewarding part of it. Because
Hmm.
you hear it where people get inspired by some of the things that you do,
Yeah.
and that's all I can ask. That's
Yeah.
all I can ask.
Definitely, definitely. Awesome. And you have a new project out, your Christmas album, Christmas with You, and your
Oh man.
single is out as well, Christmas Time. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's well, it's the season. It's the season.
Yeah.
Right now it's on iTunes, all digital platforms, and my website, c3dcreative.com.
Yeah.
It's a 5-song EP, and I just wanted to do something that something for the whole family.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, you create songs and it's a particular, it's not kid friendly, or the whole family can enjoy it.
Hmm.
And it's a song called Holiday with Family
Hmm.
on the EP, and
Yeah.
that's what it's all about. It's
Yeah.
just being able to enjoy the holidays, the food, the atmosphere, and good music,
Yeah.
because that's always in the background. It's always when you got the food going. Hey, what kind of ambiance can we create with
Right.
Christmas songs?
Right.
So it has it's holiday, but it has a R&B soul feel as well. So I was staying true to myself while creating a Christmas vibe, I would say.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I love this. And what else is on your bucket list? What else do you feel that you want to achieve in the future?
Wow. Well, I definitely, I've done stage plays, but I really want to get into acting as well.
Okay.
Um, and you know, so I might take some more classes, some more acting classes. But that's something I always aspired to do,
Yeah.
to act and continue to do music, of course, but to expand
Exactly.
and do. Hey, I like to do partnerships with different brands as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just continue to grow more than anything. Uh, yeah, because I consider myself a student. Still to where like because the music business and entertainment is always changing. So I'm looking to grow and evolve with it, and be able to pass that information along. I also have on my website online course. And that's the point of the course. A lot of the things that I did encounter along my journey, I'm able to give back to others. Whether it be singing 101, performing live, singing in the studio, because there's so many different aspects to all of it. I think it's important. It really cuts down the timeline. It won't take 10 years to get that information. So that's huge.
Major, major. Love this. Well, how can they find you on social media?
Well, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Uh, what's the other one? I'm on all platforms at Chip Days Music. It's
Yeah.
at Chip Days Music.
Gotcha. All righty. You heard it here, and all your information is in the description below, and also where they can find your new album, Christmas with You, especially with that single Christmas Time. Chip, thank you so much for being on today. You made my day. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. This was an awesome interview, man. This was awesome.
Thank
I
you.
love your show, and I wish you much success, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Coming up, Kenyatta Gimmage is with us. We'll be right back. The Finkley Experience is an education and consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. We assist parents and their students with the college process. We train school administrators, and we also partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population. To learn more about our consulting firm and to purchase our book and workbook, please visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com. Hi there, it's Finkley. Do you want to become the next guest on the Michael Finkley Show? Do you have an incredible story to inform, educate, and inspire others? Well, you can. Email us at michael@thefinkleyexperience.com and follow us on our social media platforms. See you soon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. We are still interviewing amazing persons. They're doing amazing things, and we have another one with us today. I tell you, he is doing some incredible things in his community. So, introducing Mr. Kenyatta Gimmage.
Yes.
Kenyatta, how
What's up,
are
bro?
you?
What's up, bro?
Oh, I'm good, bro. I'm good. And y'all, this is also my good fraternity brother, too.
Oh yeah, A5.
All day, every day, but he's a little older than me. We ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So,
Over
Kenyatta,
here.
thank you so much for being on.
Most deaf, man. Anytime.
We appreciate you. So, Kenyatta, when did you know that you had a voice in your community?
I think, uh, my shirt says the secret is my story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that my whole entire story, um, I feel because of my story, I felt an obligation.
Yep.
I felt like, that it was my responsibility to inspire, to empower youth in the community and any um, other Black men. So I guess to answer your question, when I found my voice was when I think the day that I survived cancer. That was my sort of a challenge from God to say, hey, I'm sparing your life for a reason. So I knew
Yep.
I had a purpose in life,
Yep.
but once I started teaching high school English,
Mm-hmm.
and saw the power of words and fell in love with seeing kids' eyes light up when they learn how to really write and inspire people,
Yeah.
you know, uh, and then working with trio programs.
Right.
I don't know if you, I know you're familiar with trio
Mm-hmm.
programs, but just in case the audience isn't, trio programs were programs designed under the Educational Act of 1965, where the government saw the need to see more minority students in higher education. So they
Mm-hmm.
put all these programs in place to assist them in getting there to going to college and being successful in college and graduating from college. So I got involved with Upward Bound programs and started servicing first generation low income students. And I think once I got that opportunity and worked with Upward Bound for 7 years, man,
Yeah.
just being in a position to change lives and help students uh, get to college,
Yeah.
I think that right there by itself kind of gave everything purpose in my life. Why my life was spared from cancer. I went to HBCU. Some of all the things that I learned there, I kind of used to kind of help me in the work that I do currently in the neighborhood and the work that I do at the college, also where I work at.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was destined, if you ask, because I think from the time God spared my life, He had already had it planned out for me. So it was by divine design.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And in knowing you for so long,
Yeah.
Kenyatta, you are very humble in your doing. You will go out for the limb and just help someone when you can. And so, in the process of what you've been through and what you're actually going through now, uh, what have you learned about yourself?
I learned that um, I learned that, how to be a good leader,
Mhm.
I think, and, when I was in my grad school program, got a master's in higher education, I learned about different types of leadership styles, so, kind of figure out what leadership style fits you best. And I've learned for the last 11 years that I'm a servant leader, you know, somebody who serves, and rather than talk about it, just do the work and let everybody see it. So I guess I learned that about myself, that I'm more of a servant leader than somebody who talks about it. I wanna be the example, be the role model for people to see. If I gotta get my hands a little dirty to get it done for
Yeah.
others to be inspired to do the work, then I'm gonna do it.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. Again, your life shows this. Your life shows this. And on top of higher education, you're also a barber as well, a
Oh yeah.
master barber as
Oh yeah.
well. And so
Yeah.
you something that you've been doing for many years. So within the scene of the barber shop, it holds so much value. What does that mean to you?
Oh man, come on, man. The barbershop is everything, man. Besides getting a haircut and looking nice, man, it's the cornerstone in the minority community. It's the place where you can have dialogue about being a black man, being a Hispanic man, being an Asian man.
Hmm.
You can have dialogue about being married. You can have dialogue about politics, which we just had.
Yeah.
But the barbershop, um, is a place where people from all walks of life come into, right? And I call it therapy for men, right?
It
It's the
is.
only place,
Definitely
yeah,
is.
it's one of the places we can go and just know that, we can relax, and
Mhm.
we can have conversation about anything that we want to talk about. You meet like-minded people in there. Some people just come to the barbershop just to unwind and
Yeah.
relax,
Hmm.
so uh and before I go to the next question, I just want to say this. Years ago, Senator Clementi Pinckney from here in South Carolina,
Yeah.
who died in the Emanuel 9
Yeah.
massacre, his father was a barber, and he spoke at our convention, our barbering convention. Um, it got to be about, I want to say, going on 10 years ago now. He spoke there, and he told us one thing that stuck with me forever, man. And he said, as a barber, you always have somebody's ear gate, right? What are you going to do with it? So for me,
I love that.
that 20 to 30 minutes that I have somebody, a customer in the chair, man, I really utilize that, man.
Mhm.
Whether it's a young high school kid, I'm asking them about grades and what their plans are for the future, or a grown man asking them about what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
You wouldn't imagine how many conversations that I've had at the barbershop where
Oh,
grown men who broke down and cried, and I had to, we
wow.
sit there and we had to go and worship and pray,
Wow.
for brothers, because,
Yeah.
we what we don't understand is that because we're going as men, we go in so many different directions, doing so many different things, is that a lot of stuff that we're going through, all of us are going through it.
Yeah.
It's not until you sit down at the barbershop and have those conversations that you understand, hey, bro, I'm dealing with that too.
Yeah.
So
Go.
I've been using that as my platform,
Go.
man.
There you go. I love it. And you're absolutely right. And something that rings with me is that, you come into this setting and there is no race,
Oh
right?
yeah.
There's just conversation. There's a
Mhm.
peace, there's a sense of peace, and just that serenity, you
Yeah.
know, in the
Yeah.
process of looking good at the
Oh yeah.
end. Definitely. And so that led you to this big opportunity in meeting Oprah Winfrey and Jamie Harrison as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Talk about
Yeah.
this experience.
Oh man, it was a experience of a lifetime. It's something that I'll never forget. Um, you know, the surrealness of it is, and the deja vu moment for me is that, years ago when I was about to graduate from high school, and I had, my story about dealing with cancer and all these things that I went through. My mom had died when I was a senior in high school,
Mhm.
you know, and we sent my whole entire package, my story off to Oprah Winfrey, man. Yeah, so we was
Oh,
looking, yeah, cause we were looking for some assistance to send me to school.
yeah.
I'm first generation college student, low income, so I didn't have any money, so I was looking, for some assistance, and we felt like it was a story that Oprah would really jump on and say, hey, I want to support this young man, but we never heard anything,
Mhm.
so, needless to say, I was a little disappointed, but obviously I made it, through, so God is
Sir.
good,
Yes, sir.
but so 20 something years later, I get
Wow.
the opportunity to actually meet Oprah Winfrey, the queen of media, so it was a surreal moment for us growing up in my household. When Oprah was on TV, nothing else mattered. Sit down, be quiet, so
That's
that's
it.
Auntie Oprah.
That's it.
That's why when I addressed her, I said Auntie Oprah. That's what it means. That's the respect that I hold for her, So, and then to meet Jamie Harrison, a brother, from Orangeburg, South Carolina, where, I went to South Carolina State University. I found value in myself, at a HBCU,
Man.
pledge Alpha Phi Alpha, so, when I learned about Jamie and where he's from and his story, he's a black father like me, he's a husband like me, somebody that look like me, man, that's running for office in South Carolina because he want to make change in this state, man. So, to advocate for him and to talk to customers about him and what I felt like he could do if if he was able to get elected, and then to finally meet the brother,
Exactly.
kind of brought everything full circle,
Mhm.
to say, hey man, thank you, out of all things, just thank you because you inspired me, so I was able to do that. So even though he didn't win, he's a superstar in the Democratic Party and he's
That's
going to
it.
go on to do some great things, man.
Yeah.
So I look forward to seeing what he does next.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I know that's something that you're just still pondering on, like, oh, this really happened. Like you said, that
Oh man,
surreal moment.
every day, man, every day, man.
Oprah always says that once you dream a dream and it comes true, dream a bigger dream. So, Kenyatta, what is your bigger dream now?
Okay, so for me, the shirt, I'm gonna go back to the shirt. The shirt says the secret is my story, And I always have been taught that, you know, being grown up in the church, and then my mom always told me that my story was never for me. Isn't that crazy? You think about the stuff that you go through in life, you like, you know what? It's a struggle, and you wanna, sometimes you want to feel down on yourself, feel sorry for yourself. But me overcoming what I went through in life is for somebody else, right? It's for them to be able to see me and say, you know what, if he did it, I can do it as well.
Exactly.
So my goal and my dream is to write this book, man. The book is gonna be titled The Secret of My Story. It's not just gonna be a book, it's gonna launch my motivational speaking platform where I go out and speak to youth and speak to the world, because I think this story has the opportunity to inspire a lot more people, a lot of other generations. And
Definitely.
hopefully one day it becomes a movie that we can watch.
The sky is not the limit, bruh.
Oh
We're
yeah.
aiming higher. We're
Oh yeah.
aiming higher. And that's proven through this election as well. So,
Oh man, anything is possible, man.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh my gosh. So, what would you tell this generation today about fulfilling their dreams and their passion?
Oh man, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting, man. Because you know, uh, one thing my mom also always told me was that start feeling sorry for yourself. Because soon as you start feeling sorry for yourself, you'll meet somebody who's going through something way worse than you, right?
Mhm.
So my advice to this generation that you're gonna go through some things, right?
Mhm.
But keep on fighting, man. Keep on fighting, keep on pushing, stay encouraged, you know, go through the process, because it's all it does is sharpen you for whatever it is God is preparing you for, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, there's something at the end of that road for you. You just got to get there. So
Yeah. All right. You heard it here, everybody. Kenyatta, thank you so much for being on and just sharing your story of
thank you, bro.
hope, passion, and wisdom. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
On the next Michael Finkley, Monday, we talk about college. with an emphasis on HBCUs. We chat with Voorhees College's president, Dr. W. Franklin Evans. And we talk with Allen University's enrollment and management team, Mr. Charles Singley III and Miss Marilyn Eason. Don't you dare miss the next Michael Finkley.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now you know the question I'm going to ask you. What did you learn? What did you get from the show? Thank you so much, Kenyatta. Thank you so much, Chip, for being on and sharing your stories. I tell you, it's just sitting down and just talking and just hearing about what persons have been through and what they're going through and what they want to see, them where they see themselves in the future is amazing and inspiring in itself. So thank you so much, Kenyatta, Chip, again for being on, and again here at the Michael Finkley Show. We wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much. On the next Michael Finkley Friday, again, we are celebrating persons once more. We have Miss Stacey Davis with us. Now, she is a film writer and she has a brand new movie that's out called Christmas in Carolina. I tell you, she's going to talk about the cast, the process, all that kind of good stuff that goes along in making a film. So we're excited about that. And then we also have Mike Williams with us as he talks about his phenomenal business about bringing brotherhood together. I'm telling you, it is another interview you don't want to miss. Join us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel on The Michael Finkley Show and ring that bell for notification, and we'll see you an email saying, hey, new content is uploaded. If you'd love to be a guest of The Michael Finkley Show, please email us at michael@thefinkleyexperience.com. Thank you so much for watching, and guess what? We'll see you Friday. Have a good one.